What's going on, guys? You ready for some Amazon, some Twitter? Amazon after the bell. Let's do this. I want Amazon to put in all new time highs, which obviously it looks like it's going to unless they miss the quarter. All-time highs is 35.52 here, 35.52.25. I drew this line here. That was from February when it made that most recent pivot high. When it was down here, and about this was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago when it started breaking above this 200. And I said, if we break over 34.34, I said, we're going to go back and test these all-time highs. And, of course, earnings is coming up, but even besides that fact, analysts are expecting a fantastic quarter here. So really, really looking forward to what we got. We got 15 minutes left. I had the 3,700 call, and I sold that today for a 35% profit. Could it hit 3,700 after hours and hold for tomorrow? Yeah, but I mean that would be about a what's a 10% move at 35, maybe 350 half. So we need to. I mean, we really need about a 6 to 7% move for that. So I don't know if it's going to put that in, but hey, crazier things have happened. I mean, this thing can move $100, $125 on earnings. Hands down, no questions asked. How's everybody doing this afternoon? What's cooking? We got Twitter coming up as well. Kind of a choppy day. We had I did go on that Facebook call. We had talked about that last night. I did really well on that. Had a 320 call. Paid $260 for it, I think, and sold it for $1,000 or $1,100 at the open this morning. I just wanted to unload it. Of course, it dropped back down. Now we're back up towards the high, so that obviously could go a little bit higher over the, if we get back over here 332. But I just want to load. That was my plan. I stuck to the plan, and that's what I do. I guess nobody wants to. I thought there'd be some more people in here, but appreciate you guys showing up. Please give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification. That way you're notified next time I go live. So after the bell, we got Amazon, of course. We got Twitter. We have, there's lots of ones, but these are the major ones. Amazon, Twitter. We got Neo. Also have Gilead, Western Digital, the hard drive maker. Gilead's the pharmaceutical company. And Dexcom, some of the big ones, and VRTX. So let's take a look at those real quick. Neo's just been down in dumps, electric car maker, holding this 200 area here. Again, we'll see what earnings has to say. It's like it's wanting to come back down and test this 200 here. Twitter's taking a dump before earnings. That isn't good, but sometimes, I've seen stocks right before the day of earnings, they dump and then they report earnings and go right back up. But what I like to see is when a company's going to report earnings, they're up and closing it near the highs of the day. And, that's that the investors are anticipating a great report that, a lot of people, some people know something that we don't know. So I like seeing that. I don't like seeing it down like this. But we'll see what happens. There's a lot of people moving to Twitter, doing advertising. Obviously, Facebook and Google are the top two. But, Twitter, obviously, that's how they make their money as well off advertising. Looks like the sky works. Let's see what we got. Skyworks again back up near the highs as well. Is that all time? Let's go back here. Yep, looks like about all time highs from what I can see. Very good. It'll be tied up with Apple. So, they're going to piggyback on that as well. Western Digital. Lots of people, over this, obviously last year, but even still now, buying laptops and, hard drives, upgrading their computers. Good technical setup here on Western Digital. I anticipating a good quarter from them. Again, we get over this 75 level. That'll be very interesting. PBI, let's look at a few others here. Some other ones I got into this afternoon. FireEye, I got some FireEye calls. 2050s for tomorrow, and also 2050s for May, I believe, May 21st or June. Apple, man. How about Apple last night? We talked about it. And then it just kind of sold off today. I mean, so I got out a few of my calls today, but they basically went to shit. I mean, there's where we were, went all the way up to 139, and then back to where we were yesterday at the close. So, my Apple 140 calls, I got 2 left, and then my Apple 138 call. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'm down over 90%, 96%. So they're just the worst, man. I'm not even selling it here at this price. I'll see if we get a little bounce tomorrow. If not, I'll sell it for $1 or $2. We'll maybe get a little run tomorrow. We'll see. So might as well ride it out since it's only worth $1, right? But that happens. Another one I took today. Can everybody hear me all right? I'm ready for Amazon, man. This is going to be awesome. I do have a few shares of Amazon. Again, I sold my option I did have today on it. PayPal. I want to see what PayPal's doing. Down to 151. That's the 277.50 call on PayPal. Yeah. I don't know. We get this down day today. We did. I'm not sure what to expect here on PayPal for tomorrow. I got option expiring tomorrow on it. This is another good runner today. I don't know if some of you guys got in that, but it was a WWVI. It's a vineyard company. But man, this thing ran today. Wait, what's it? Excuse me, WVVI. My apologies, WVVI. And it kept kind of holding this trend line, kept holding. And I was in and out. I got back in here, right here on this candle for the move back, anticipating a high break here at 1646. So I got in right about 1560s thereabouts, and never got over it. Then broke down below, and of course you can see now it's back to 12. So that one's done for now, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't even know what the news is. That's definitely running that out. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Hold on a minute. All right, there we go. All right. And BRTX, that's right. Want to take a look at that one. That's reporting afterwards. Seems way down the dumps. Way below the 200. Yeah, look at this big head and shoulders pattern forming, guys. Look at this right here. Clear as day, man. If this isn't textbook, I don't know what is, man. Let me get a marker. Here's your left shoulder, right? Here's your head. Here's the right shoulder. Head and shoulders pattern is one of the most bearish patterns, technical patterns there is, and one of the most easily recognizable. Sometimes it's hard to spot. It depends, but this one's playing out pretty good here. Now, you know, earnings, obviously tonight, so we'll see what happens. But just from a technical basis, this thing looks like it wants to go lower. And I'm not just talking down there to 200. It's at 211 right now. I'm talking down here between the 190 to the 170 area. So that's you know, something to look at for puts on this coming up. I don't know, not necessarily one to take one ahead of earnings, because you don't know. They could report earnings. Is always a gamble. It's always tough, man. You never know. I mean, just like Netflix reported a great quarter, stock went down. 3 days later, the stock's back up above where it was, but it went down like, you know, I think 10% a few weeks ago when it reported or whatever. So anybody here have Amazon a shareholder? Too bad they don't pay a dividend. But hey, you know, they're going to be paying a dividend anytime soon. But all these years, Amazon wasn't profitable. Everybody, you know, dismissed them. Warren Buffett, I mean, the greatest investor of all time, Buffett. And look at Amazon now. Now we're waiting and anticipating this stock split. Now, does it happen on? It's a rumor, so we don't know for sure. It's just a rumor. That they may announce it during the earnings call here this afternoon. So we'll have to see. Again, I'm just going to be looking and trading here through the report. Tesla, just real quick, we got 5 minutes left. I did trade this today. I bought some puts on it and did very well. Had a hater come in and said I was in it, and I'm like, okay, man, all you post is memes, and I don't see no actionable trade ideas from you, and you're going to tell me what to do. I've been doing this a long time. So anyway, real quick on this Tesla technical setup, if you want, take a screenshot of this. You know what? I'll do that for you if you really like, because this is a very, very good quick setup. We got 5 minutes on Tesla. So it was making new lows. It kept up rejecting right there, rejecting the 10 and the VWAP. Comes back down, gets the bounce. You can see it right there. Bounce back up to the 10 moving average. Again, back down, retest that low. Kind of consolidates for a little bit. The next leg down, and then kind of chops around. It looked right here on this red candle here at 1 o'clock. It was going to break down even more. It didn't. Went back up, and I guess, we're still here at this pivot area where I had highlighted earlier. So, yeah, I did very well. I bought the 670 puts on those when the stock was at, I don't know when it was, about 685, 688. Somewhere I bought the 670 puts just because I anticipated and saw the technicals breaking down, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this for you guys if you're interested. This is Tesla. Print that out. There it is. Tesla. All right. Come on, Amazon. Where are you? Oh, this is a guy. I can't wait. Is anybody else excited as I am for Amazon? About it. They'll watch it print 3,700, then my option be worth 10 grand I missed out on. But hey, hindsight's 2020. You gotta lock it in when you have and do what's prudent, manage your risk. That's what it's all about. I mean, it was an $1,800 option, and or no, excuse me, 1,100. I sold it for 18 or 17, something like that. But yeah, it was just, and I've got so many irons of fire like I always do during earnings season. I mean, I have a lot of positions on right now. I'm looking for American Airlines to go up to 23 tomorrow. Another one I got for tomorrow is reporting earnings is WY. Lumber prices have been sky high. I sold out a one call over the half at WY. Weyerhaeuser, the lumber company, and I got the 40-50 calls for tomorrow. They report earnings in the morning. Looking for some good numbers out of them. So let's get ready. We'll go over the numbers and see what Amazon has to say here, what the report looks like. Let me look and see if they're at right at the bell, or they're like 4:15, 4:30. See what time they are here. All right. They are at 4 o'clock, right at the bell. So right here in a couple minutes. Expected revenue growth is about 38.4%. And 81% of people are anticipating a beat on it. That's according to earningswhispers.com there. You guys want to go check them out. I love them. I like looking over. They really kind of break it down and just show you everything in concise rows, and the way they present the information is easy to see. And that's earningswhispers.com if you guys want to go check them out. All right. Yashi, I don't know if he's in here or not. He was wanting about loads. That's what Lowe's puts. Yeah, for next week. I still have the 190 puts for next week. Got a slight little bounce today. We'll see what happens. But again, I do have till next week. So I got the Theta of Decay. It's coming in, but I do have another whole, 7 trading days, I guess, if you count tomorrow, then next Friday. All right, Amazon, here we go. There's the bell. There we go. Wait for the report. Again, I have 2 shares of Amazon. That's all I have. I got lots of things, but only 2 shares of Amazon. I bought back in at what was my average? But y'all watch the screen there. Let me know what we get the report coming up here right here on the news service. The average is 31.66 this time around. So I thought about adding more. So I got it right here. It wasn't in April. Was it April? I don't know. I've owned it about a month or so this time around. I wish I originally bought shares at $7.89 or something. I don't know. It's like, man, you just kick yourself. But hindsight's 20/20. You can't look back. All right, look at this popping. Yeah, we don't have an official report yet, but there we go. 35.10. Amazon 35.10. 35.20. Brand new highs. Just made brand new highs right there. Brand new highs, all-time highs. 35.30. Look at this. Just ripping here. Waiting on the news here. Waiting on the news feed to come out. Anybody see anything? Got an official report? Nothing yet. Nothing really not financed yet. Come on, give me. There we go. First quarter results. Here we go. Let's take a look. Well, that's watch the stock. It's kind of just sitting there. Usually, that thing, if it's a good report, it will just blow through. Operating flow increased 69%. Free cash flow 26.4 billion. All right, shares okay. Net sales increased 44% to 108 billion in the first quarter. 44%. That's just the first quarter. There's companies' market caps. They don't even. Their market cap ain't even 108 billion, and some of them are in this speed. That's crazy. 36.12. Amazon 36.12. That on that 3,700 call actually might be. But I had to do what was prudent. It was dropping on me, and I said, well, you know what? I took my money, $600-700 I made, and ran with it, and that's fine. But man, oh man, I mean, super expensive. Anyway, let's look over here at the earnings report. So operating income increased 8.9 billion in the first quarter compared to 4 billion last year. So let me say that again. Operating income 8.9 billion. 2020 operating income was 4 billion. So over a double in an eighth. So over 100%. Look at this. Let me take off some of these lines so we can see what's going on here. Look at this. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I said. Well, if they report a blowout quarter, 3,700 is not out of the question. And look at this, 36.40, 36.50. So let me pull up the after-hour scan so I see the percentage here real quick. Post-market. This is traded as over here on the left. There's a link down in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. Post-market layout. There we go. Jeff Bezos says 2 of our kids are now 10 and 15, and after years of being nurtured, they're growing up fast and coming into their own, said Jeff Bezos. If Prime Video turns 10, over 175 million Prime members have streamed shows in the past year. More than 70% year over year. Streaming hours up to 70%. I mean, this is just so far, this is just phenomenal. I had that 3,700 call. Oh my gosh, man. This is just awesome. But I was just kind of tight. I'm almost, used a lot of my margin, and I just didn't feel comfortable holding it with the price action I saw, and so I sold it this morning because after this morning's run, or when we opened up, we got this little pop, and then it sold off. And that's when I said I was up over 1,000, and I sold it for $600 or $700 profit. And of course, it went all the way down here. I would have been in the red. I'd probably been down 500 or so, and I just wasn't feeling comfortable with that. even though in my gut I'm like, this thing's probably going to have another blowout quarter. But the thing is, it has to hold and be up there tomorrow. That's the whole thing with options. Of course, options don't trade after hours. But, this thing has to get up there, and doesn't have to be at 3,700, but it has to be close. Let's look through the rest of the report. Our vision to be Earth's best employer and Earth's safest place to work. Anybody got anything on Twitter yet? What time is Twitter? Twitter reporting at 4:05, so let's just check Twitter out real quick. Twitter down 6%. Look at that. Good night. And just spike up there to 66. Yep. Again, this is not really a head and shoulders here, an inverse, which means you would want it to go. It looks like it would go up, but just the chart, regardless of what's happening on earnings, just a technical basis, is bearish. So where are we sitting at now? 60. Wow, things are already down to $60. Wow. If it breaks 60, guys, watch out tomorrow. We could trade down to 55. So keep an eye on that if this thing breaks 60 tonight. Right here. Esket it. What's that mean? What are you talking about, Nick? Esket it. What do you mean by that? I'm not following you. Oh, that means let's go. Okay. Let's go. Horn. Go back to Amazon, man. Are we at 3,700 yet? Nope, 36.77. Well, excuse me, I was a little bit higher. 36.66. Which is 36.67. Let's put that. That's what that is. 666. There we go. Man, pulling in here a little bit, but what a quarter. What a quarter on Amazon. We even look at all these news feeds coming over. Drop first quarter's earnings. Let's get back to it. Let's see if we can make it bigger screen and everybody can see it. I can lead the way, but those we went through the highlights there. So operating income up over 100%, net sales up 44% to 108 billion. That's just quarter one 2021 versus quarter one of 2020. Just phenomenal. All right, supporting communities. All right, climate pledge. Yeah, all the cardboard boxes. Anyway, all its business 100% renewable energy by 2025. Okay. Small size businesses, shopping. There are now usually they don't break out the prime customers. So that's now they're saying there are now more than 200 paid prime members worldwide. I don't know if it was last quarter or if this is the first time. It's usually from in the past they haven't broken out the actual numbers. Now they're not giving you an actual number, but they're saying there's over 200 million paid prime members worldwide. So that's still a monster number, and that's all across the world, not just the United States. Well, no, Nick, man, dude, I sold them this morning. I was telling whoever else was in here. I sold them this morning for I made 500 or 600. I'll show you. The price action this morning was dropping right here. It dropped from there down to there. After this was right at the open, and I'm watching it closely. I had Facebook. I sold that right at the open. I did real well on the Facebook calls. Remember, I had the 320s. Stock was at like 304. 320s killed it on Facebook. Amazon. What was the had this 3,700? I think the 3,710 call. And you know what? Actually, I was up more than that, and that's what I was saying. So here it is. This is my 3710 call, and so yeah, 1,045 yesterday, and then sold 30. So I only made $300 on it actually. But the thing is now is that it's this price action has to hold up, and this is a pretty big pullback after this run here. I mean, that's pretty significant. Let's see where we're at here. 2.3%, but I mean, that's Amazon. I mean, that's a big stock. So 2.3%, as you can see, is almost $100. 36.67 pulling at 35.85. So, what's that? $80. That's an $80 pullback, right? Anyway, some people think, oh, if you don't have everything on the screen or you lie. People here like Nick and people that come here and watch me all the time know that I'm the real deal. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying, hey, I'm gonna get up there tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff tied up, and I just trust me. I usually do pretty well. I play Amazon earnings a lot with options, but I have to feel like real confident. I mean, I do a lot of research before because Amazon options are expensive. It's not like you're spending $20 or $30. I mean, they're pretty expensive. I did real good a couple months ago on one, man. Shit, I paid 500 or 600 for it and sold it for 10 grand. Let's check out Twitter. We already looked at it. It was pulling in. I said if it goes below 60, so we're holding 60 now. Just trying to clear back through 60 because I said on the bottom end that if 60 didn't hold, we were going to go ahead and be looking for 60 to 55 was the range I'd be looking in. Not necessarily for tomorrow, but more than likely. We'll see how this works out. Western Digital, where are we at? Nice pop there. I said Western Digital. I was talking about that earlier with the hard drives and everything. I really like them. I like them a lot. Look at Amazon. Dude, it's a beast. New all-time highs, man. Just phenomenal. Where were we? All right. Gilead. Let's see if Guild's out yet. Ooh. Not looking good there. Against the biotech there. Vertex, VRTX. Let's check them out. All right. Again, no pharmaceutical. They don't trade on numbers necessarily. They're, on their drug phase trials, approvals, etc. Dexcom. Let's see, insulin company there. Kind of a little dip. Let's see what, just real quick, what they had to say. To be the company first ever Super Bowl advertisement, starring Nick Jonas, awareness, education, access for diabetes management. Revenue grew 25%. Revenue growth of 30%. Wait, revenue grew 25% versus the same quarter. All U.S. revenue of 30%. Okay, that's good. Guidance 17 to 22%. I just want to see if they're talking about their some of their different pumps and things down here at the bottom. If they have any other paragraphs down there. Conference call 4:30. Okay. So not sure why that's down. Looks like a pretty decent quarter there on them. ISNS, top of the gap scan over here. 460, a little cheapy here. 460, popping up to 560. Any news? Strategic changes. Usually when they say strategic changes, that means that, they may be looking to sell the company. What's this? Strategic changes. Okay. Cash dividend, 12 cents a share. Stock on the record of business May 10th. Stock buyback, that's good. All right. Named Automotive Technologies. And the highlight. Oh, interesting. Yeah, man. Nick, if you're still here, yeah, our lift. Yeah, that took the big dump. Of course, here's our same lines from last night. That was before this candle right here. That was the news that there won't be employees. The thing is, though, man, I've done a lot of 100% commission work. All right, in the past. If you're working under the umbrella of a company, but they don't tell you to come in at 9 o'clock or you got to stay till 8 o'clock at night. You come and go and do what you want. You're selling their product, doing whatever you're doing for them, and you want to take off and have a 2 hour lunch. You can take up. You don't. Obviously, the harder you work, the more money you make. But I just don't like that fact that they have to be employees, and then they're still gonna make their own schedule. Like, oh, I'm gonna work 10 hours a week, but you got to pay me benefits and all this, and I don't agree with that, man. I mean, hey, if you don't want to work for them, don't work for them. I mean, it's because you're making your own schedule, doing your own thing. That's the whole premise of why those people get a 1099. And that's where I'm at on it. Pixie, did I trade that earlier today? I saw it. I didn't trade it because it was just looking kind of choppy. It was back in here, and then now we're back up, and you can see the day chart. I'm looking at just other scans and things that are going on. 5.9 up $10 after hours here. What we got? Earnings, revenue growth. Look at all these companies. Look at this company. Record revenue growth, 45%. To 137 million. Obviously, with these $100 billion quarters and some of these other companies, doesn't look like much, but 45% is 45%. I mean, that's pretty huge. That's nice. Might be brutal. What might be brutal? Huh? NEPT, CYCC. Oh, lift stock after. Yeah, okay. There shouldn't be much of a delay. Maybe like 3 or 4 seconds or something. Yeah, it could be, man. You're right. Look at that 200 way down there at $43. Let's look at the losers. After hours here. 858 ARDX. Oh shit, it's dropping like a rock here. 870 is 671. 200 is 642. So you would look for some support there at 642 down here on the daily chart. Excuse me. Yeah, get your homework done. That way, in another year and a half, you can have those 3 initials behind your name, your MBA. Right? You said you're going to get your MBA. Yeah, I was going to go get mine, but I just never did. Thought about it, but got several, so I'm doing okay. Now, it don't matter a hill of beans when you're doing this, doing your own thing. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. I just want to go over to AMZN, and so I guess that's it then, huh? Right here, as far as for right now, we'll see what the conference call. He might say something on the conference call. That look at Twitter. I said they're below 60. I'm telling you, this thing could trade down to 55. I mean, tomorrow. I'm going to be playing some puts on this tomorrow. I'm going to watch the price action morning. Might get a little bounce. They might try to do a dead cat and bounce it up early in the morning. Definitely going to be watching that in the morning, though, for sure. Come on, man. I got 8 people in here and only 1 like. Thought you guys do me better than that. 3.5 million. That's Twitter. MVIS. That continues to get hammered. Yeah, I think the run's over that for right now. We had, I think Nick was in, we had talked about it, and it was literally when the stock was at like $12 or $13 or 14, and then we had this big run starting on Monday and popped all the way up. Hopefully you got out. A buddy of mine, man, he's been in here since like $1 or $2, literally back at the beginning of the year, late last year. I mean, he sold all his stuff, I think, around 24 yesterday. Just unbelievable run, man. Yeah, I agree with you on Twitter, man. Same thing. Yep. So let's see if it'll show me after hours what I'm up on my Amazon. I mean, well, on the, I don't know if that counts the day. It says the day I'm up $258 on Amazon on the day, but the stock's up how much? Like today versus the close. So versus the close yesterday, I mean, yeah, I'm even. So yeah, I guess it is counting the after hours. So, all right. Yeah, I'm holding on to them. Now I will say that we haven't heard anything about the split. You know, that was the whole thing. Are they going to announce the split? Well, nothing yet, and that's what people are waiting for. If something on the conference call comes up, and then maybe he's saving that for the conference call. Who knows? Or it doesn't happen at all, or he's going to wait till later on in the year. But they've split before. Amazon split before. It's just that, yeah, it was a good win, man. They split before, but it's been like a long time ago, 20 years. That was back in the early days. So, it doesn't change the value of the company. It just makes it a more attractive price point for people. Obviously, everybody can't afford a $3,600 to buy one share of Amazon. Yeah, you can buy partial shares. Okay, you got $100. You want to put it in Amazon, so that gives you 1% share of Amazon, which is nothing. So the stock would have to double for you to even make $100. So the stock would have to go to $7,000 for you to make $100 on it. If you put $100 in and bought a partial share. But yeah, you're right, man. The psychology doesn't change anything about the valuation of the company or that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, hey, if I love Amazon, and I want to buy it, I wish I could afford it, and the stock goes to $300. Well, I got $3,000, and I can only afford one share now. Well, it goes to $300. Well, I can buy 10. So, but of course, it increases the bottom line, but number of shares and all that. Yeah, remember Apple did just split again here recently, last year. When was their split? Wasn't too long ago. Yeah, last August. Of course, Tesla just split. Boy, that was also bad. That was just phenomenal. Again, that's another one I'm holding. Twitter, man, down 8%. Let's look over here. Then we already looked at MVIS, RMD, ResMed, Zixi, PRVA, Cuervo down. Oh, I guess QRVO is down because of Skyworks then. Huh. Yeah, that's why Cuervo's down. That's a real post. So, yeah. Yeah, Tesla here lately. I mean, Tesla's just does its own thing. I type in Amazon, but Tesla just does its own thing. But usually, if the market's going up, Tesla's going up. If the market's going down, Tesla goes down. It does trade with the market. Yes, it trades on some technicals, but I mean, it's not too technical stock necessarily, but you still have to incorporate technical analysis when trading it. I mean, here's what's going on now. So you got this uptrend here. It's been holding, over the last 2 months since the beginning of March. And we just broke below that today a little bit. So again, I saw that for me, and that's why I traded Tesla like I did today, as I pointed out earlier. I'm interested to see what, I wasn't going to say tomorrow, that's right. Tomorrow. Oh, NEO was down too. They reported, I thought, excuse me. Yeah, they did supposed to report this afternoon, right? Oh, maybe they report till 4:30. It's 4:24. What time do they report? Neo. Oh, Neo not till 5 o'clock Eastern. Oh, so you got till 5. They don't report till then. All right. So we'll have to wait a little bit on them. All right. Exxon, Chevron in the morning, your oils, big oil companies. Again, I'm looking for some decent moves out of them in the morning. Same chart. Look down here at the bottom on the daily chart. I mean, obviously different price stocks, but the same technical pattern. All right, look at that. That's Chevron. Look at Exxon. Same thing, right? Same exact chart. One's a $100 stock, one's a $62 stock, or a $50 stock, whatever. Right? Same thing. Chevron, Exxon. So I'm definitely long the oils. That's for sure. Definitely long the oils. I wanted to show you this, guys. This is interesting. This is the chart I put on for my thumbnail for this video. Check this out, man. Yeah, Chinese middle class is going on the backs of us, obviously. Check this out. This is Amazon and Twitter. All right, going back a year. So you would think, oh, who's growing more in the last year? If you're not just forced to show this chart, Amazon or Twitter, you'd say Amazon. Nope. Look at Twitter, up 126%. Here's Twitter up here, 126% on the year. Amazon's up 50, which 50% is nothing to sneeze at in 1 year. And Amazon being the big stock it is, obviously that's a good thing. But look at Twitter. Look, I mean, if you asked me a year ago if Twitter was going to be up 125%, I would have said, no, it might be up 25%. Unbelievable that it's bounced that much. Now you go back, let's look back, let's go back 3 years on it, right? So they're kind of neck and neck. Amazon 3 years up 128%. Twitter up 115. So pretty close there, actually. But you can see it was kind of chopping around. Then Twitter, like last year, obviously off the lows of the pandemic, just went kablooey. So, and this is after, here in the last, 4 or 5 months since they kicked Trump off, man. Anyway, we ain't going to get into that. I'm going to move that back over here. Yeah, I fixed it. I don't know if you remember yesterday, Nick. Remember, yeah, I had to change some settings on graphics. I got to the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, and I had to do some change it around for the other screen or something because it wasn't working right. And that's why I couldn't drag stuff over, and I was pulling things up, and you're like, I don't see it. That's what it was. So I fixed it. Yeah, I'm with you too. I get on Twitter. I just post my stock stuff just like I do on there. That's all. I don't get into none of the other crap. And I want to thank Screaming Value for coming by as well. He came from Twitter. Thank you very much, Screaming Value. And where else? AbbVie, obviously a very good drug maker, good company. They're reporting tomorrow morning. AstraZeneca. Remember, they had the one of their COVID shots, their vaccination program. Here you go. But I don't think their efficacy, in other words, how good it works is that high. I don't even know if it's 60% or even 70% for that matter. I don't think. But anyway, Goodyear Tire, we're talking more about them. What would you guys want to talk about now besides that? You want to go back to Amazon? How do we play it? What do you think for tomorrow? I'll be looking at some upside calls on it tomorrow. Again, have shares. And obviously, if we get something, some color from the conference call tonight that they are, because obviously wasn't the earnings report, that they are going to split. Well, everybody in the brother will be loading up, and I'm going to be selling other positions to add more Amazon. Now I'll bring my average up, but obviously the stock's going to go much higher until they do split. So everything will be work out pretty well in that instance. All right, Nick, thanks a lot, man, for coming up. I appreciate it. Enjoyed it. And I'll see you soon. Hit the like button on the way out, brother. Appreciate you. yeah, guys, so that's kind of where I'm at looking at it. I was, what else? Twitter. So again, tomorrow Twitter, looking between the 60 and 55. Amazon, we're going to see, we get back over the highs here. We're just kind of hanging around. So as of right now, that 3,700 call that I had, of course, sold, made a few bucks on it. The premium would be, down probably 97%. It'd be worth like $60 or something. So anyway, did what I did, and I stand by my actions, and I'm all right with that. That's called risk management. Thank you, brother. See you, Nick. So, with that said, everybody, I appreciate you coming by. I'm going to get out of here. I got some more things to do this evening. But don't forget to like and subscribe and come back. And click the bell notification. Next time I go live, you'll be notified. We do in-depth analysis. I do stocks, options, earnings. I'm going to start doing this like weekly or maybe once or twice a week, where people just call out tickers in the chat, or we can set up something ahead of time, and everybody gives a ticker and we'll go over it, that kind of thing. So really appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.